Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. I just finished doing the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City review. My nerves were bad. I know some of you don't watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It is literally one of the best housewives show out. They have the best cast. They do. They have the best cast. It's the best show as far as housewives that's probably out. It's better than Potomac. It's better than New York. I didn't watch Orange County, so I can't say Orange County. Um, to me, it was better than the last season of New Jersey, even though I enjoyed the last season of New Jersey. Yeah, it so far this season, we're season 5, episode 11, and I don't think there have been any filler episodes. No lie. That's how good this season is. It hasn't been one filler episode. Yeah. So if you have not watched Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, baby, the last 5 minutes, get your tissues. It's gonna be snot running down your nose. It's gonna be a mess. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this mess. Oh, all right. I just had it. Nick Cannon, Nick Cannon, Nick Cannon, Nick Cannon, Mariah's ex-husband. Mariah said, "Don't put, don't mention my name." Now, what I got to do with it? This is according to People.com. Nick Cannon acknowledges I need help as he reveals his narcissistic personality disorder (NPD) diagnosis. Nick Cannon is getting candid about his mental health journey. Earlier this month, the Masked Singer, 44, shared he has been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. For the star, being open about his struggles as a part of how he manages his day to day. I still don't understand it all the way, but I kind of always wanted to get tested for it. I did a bunch of tests, Cannon told People exclusively on Wednesday, November the 27th, while serving meals at the Los Angeles Missions Thanksgiving celebration. I've been diagnosed with ADHD. Even as a kid, it was dyslexia, but just knowing that I'm just a neurodivergent individual, I kind of always knew, he adds. Now, Cannon says he's been accepting of his recent diagnosis and is using it as a tool to better himself. I feel like there are so many labels out there, but it's like to be able to embrace it and say, look, I'm healing. I need help. Show me. I just embrace mental health and therapy in such a strong way, he says. To be able to say I'm an example for others, but also healing during the same process works too. Cannon first opened up about his diagnosis in a November 8th episode of his Council Culture podcast after confirming to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, a doctor of philosophy, um, I said philosophy, psychology, that he had been clinically diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. Cannon explained he identifies with nearly all markers for the disorder. And they went on to say how Cannon welcomed 12 children since 2011 and opened up to People about how he spends the days with his kids during the holidays. Girl, so I Googled the symptoms. It says some symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder have an exaggerated sense of their own importance and believing they are special or unique, a need for admiration, constantly seeking attention and praise from others, entitlement, expecting special treatment and others to comply with their demands, lack of empathy, being unwilling to recognize the needs and feelings of others, exploitive behavior, taking advantage of others to get what they want, arrogance, acting haughty and behaving in an arrogant way, envy, feeling envious of others, especially when they are successful. That's the reason why that's one of the issues he had with Mariah. Mariah was basically more successful than him. having preoccupation with fantasies, having fantasies about success, power, beauty, or the perfect mate, difficulty with criticism, becoming impatient or angry when they receive special recognition or treatment, and trouble interacting with others, having major problems in interacting with others and easily feeling slighted. Let me just say something. Do you know? Shout out to Nick Cannon. You know, I'm not gonna be negative. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Shout out to Nick Cannon for, I guess, trying to do the work. But do you, girl, quiet as it's kept, he needs to be tapping, girl, he needs to be tapping Cam Newton on his shoulders, both of them. Because Cam, you need to be down and get some tests ran on your black ass too. Okay? I'm about to say something. I think anyone who, especially when I hear about these men who are so undeserving of a legacy, are so undeserving to have their last name attached to another human being. I think for Nick Cannon and a lot of these men, especially like the Nick Cannons, the Cam Newtons, it's all about the legacy. It's all about making sure that when I'm dead, somebody still has my last name. I think that in itself, you think that you are that special. You think that you are that grand to the point where you automatically assume that someone would be happy to have your last name. You think that having all of these kids and giving them your last name, they will be appreciative because it's you. That's a mess in itself when you really think about it, in my honest opinion. I'm not no doctor. I'm just a nigga that come down to YouTube and talk shit. Okay? I mean, shout out to Nick Cannon. At least he doing the work, I guess. Girl, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I feel sorry for people who have to deal with narcissists, especially those who think that they don't have a problem. I don't know. Can you heal from this? Let's Google it. Can narcissists? Okay, let's say yes. Yes, people with narcissistic traits are NPD can change, but it's not easy. That was just a quick Google. I feel bad for those people, men, women, girl, kids, non-binary, non-gender conforming folk who have to deal with someone who has NPD and they don't think it's a problem. I can imagine the stories that people have dealing with people like that. But again, at least Nick Cannon, I guess, trying to do the work. Girl, he should have been trying to do it before he had them 12 kids. I know Mariah is. Ooh, I know Mariah is like, ooh, girl. Can you imagine somebody like Mariah Carey, who prissy, cunt? You know what I'm saying, girl? She do all of that carrying on. Her name is gonna be forever attached to Nick Cannon, the man who has 12 kids. Girl, I would be evil. Oh, I would be so mad. Girl, I would be so mad. Because anytime I'm mentioned and our kids are mentioned, girl, they gonna mention them other 10 you got. Shout now ain't the kids ain't did nothing. We love the kids. The kids ain't did nothing, but I don't think anyone, especially like a Mariah Carey, would want that to be attached to her name or her kids. But it is what it is. At least she can say, girl, no shade. Let me shut up. At least she can say she was number one. I know some of y'all baby mama number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Girl, shout out to y'all. I'm not trying to be messy and offend nobody or be disrespectful. But I do always have questions. You girl, you got about 2 or 3. You got 2, maybe 3. Girl, and I'm pushing with 3 baby mamas or baby daddies. Okay, before I start. Girl, what happened? Girl, you got about 2. If you the first baby mama or the second baby mama, I might be like, okay, girl, because you could have a kid in high school. You know what I'm saying? That you probably got married. You never know. But once we start getting the 4, 5, 6, and 7, girl, that's what I be like, girl, what is going on? Girl, you a 7 baby mama? And the gag is, girl, that's your first child. Girl, so you decide to have your first child with a nigga who already got 8 baby mamas? Girl, what? It is what it is, girl. I guess players fuck up too, huh? All right, y'all. So this is according to Hollywood Unlocked. Chloe Bailey talks about her Kendrick Lamar phase while praising his new album. I was convinced I was going to be with him. So Chloe Bailey is giving Kendrick Lamar his flowers. The R&B songstress hopped on Instagram Live to connect with fans, and during that conversation, she took a moment to praise the rapper on his hot album. Was it Gen X? Is that what's the name? The name of the album, Gen X? GNX or Gen X? Um, Bailey began by asking her fans who has listened to the project so far. She then revealed that she has had it on repeat for the last 5 days since its release. Before diving into her favorite songs, she made it clear that she didn't just recently join the Kendrick Lamar wave. In fact, she's been a fan for years. Let's listen to what Chloe had to say because I'm gonna have to tug on some of y'all wigs just a little bit, okay? So this is what Chloe had to say, because the people in the comments were going in on Chloe. Girl, that man is married. He got a family. You doing too much. Let's just listen. Kendrick Lamar phase, and I was convinced I was going to be with him. Who has listened to Kendrick's album? I have had it on repeat for the past 4 or 5 days since it's been out. Let's discuss favorite songs. And listen, I did not just hop on the Kendrick train now. I don't know if you all know this. Ask Callie, ask Branson. About 8 years ago, I had a whole Kendrick phase. Like, I've had phases, right? Like, I had a James Fauntleroy phase. I had a Frank Ocean phase. I had a Twigs phase. I had a Tune Yards phase. I had a Kendrick Lamar phase. And I was convinced I was going to be with him. And I loved him when I was younger so much, from Section 80, even the mixtape before that had Alien Girl on it. Like, I've been a diehard Kendrick fan from day one. So I haven't just hopped on the bandwagon now. But I'm happy a lot of people are hopping on the bandwagon. But I've been a hardcore Kendrick fan. So that's some of what she had to say. Listen, let me just say this. Chloe was 8 years ago, like 18 years old. Chloe ain't that old, y'all. Um, just like a lot of people when they're teenagers, they have crushes on people. Chloe isn't any different. Okay? The gag is I see grown men and women, right? Me included. As much as y'all get online when they post a picture of Morris Chestnut, who's been married for I don't know how long, Lorenz Tate, who has been married, I think, for I don't know how long, Method Man, we know Method is married. Hello? How many men, how many women and men, girl, be in the comment section talking about the things they would do to Morris and how fine he is, and that's my man. I remember Idris Elba's wife, Sabrina, on Tamron Hall's show, making a joke saying that she considers her husband our man because she realizes that basically, in a long story short, like he's a sex symbol. Women love him. I guess men too. You know, people love him. So she makes a joke about that being that like her man is our man, right? So I do think it's kind of weird to see people acting as if they don't know what Chloe is saying. Chloe was a child at the time, right? And even if she was a grown ass woman, it's no different than what I see in the comments every day. Girl, the girls and boys throwing their panties and boxer briefs at Method Man. The girls and boys throwing their boxer briefs and panties at Morris Chestnut. Okay? Girl, all the time. But now we have Chloe saying, oh, 8 years ago, I thought I was going to marry him. And it's, oh, girl, that man is married. He got a wife. He got a family. He got some kids. Okay. And more shit. More shit. Shit's not got a wife too. Method got a wife too. Oh, all right. We can move on. So, according to a source who spoke to the Post on Wednesday, Justin Combs, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Justin Combs' lawyer speaks out after reports claim he's banned from renting homes in Los Angeles. He did nothing wrong. It was a story that came out. I think it was the Daily Mail. We talked about this the other day that said that Justin Combs is pretty much banned from renting homes in Los Angeles. Um, I guess among, he likes to rent mansions and throw parties, and I guess the people done caught on, and they don't want him. They don't want him in a house. Okay. Well, this is according to Hollywood Unlocked, and this is an update. According to a source who spoke to the Post on Wednesday, Justin Combs, the son of Diddy, has reportedly been prohibited from renting properties in Los Angeles due to his tendency to host rowdy parties that supposedly cause significant damage. The company that I work for with rented houses to Justin, he would say, I'm having 20 people over, but there will be 200. And then they would wreck the house, a Southern California mansion broker alleged. It's gotten to the point where nobody will rent to him. He called me to rent, and I said no. He added. The actor's attorney, Jeffrey Lynchman, informed the Post that his client has not faced any legal issues concerning the supposed parties. Justin has not been charged with a crime or sued civilly regarding any of these accusations. For a reason, he did nothing wrong, the attorney said. Listen, girl, I don't think that means to me. All that does is confirm to me that girl he be throwing rowdy parties. Because you ain't came out and said, girl, my client does not throw parties. I don't know what the hoes talking about. All you said was he ain't been sued, so he ain't did nothing wrong. That's pretty much what I got from it. Is that what y'all got from me? That's what I got from it. Justin has not been charged with a crime or sued civilly regarding any of these accusations for a reason. He did nothing wrong. He ain't been sued, so he ain't did nothing wrong. So he be going to these people's houses, putting up their shit, and then leaving. He get it from his daddy. Hmm. That's a mess. I guess, girl. Shout out to Justin. Girl, you better go get you an apartment and sit your black ass down somewhere. Hello. Does Justin even? Does Justin? I mean, girl, does he work? I don't know. I don't know if he's just a rich kid. A rich kid. Does he have something going on? I know he did. I know he had a little acting part on Power. But outside of that, does he is he just a socialite and he just spend his daddy's money, or does he have his own income? Good, that's a mess. Mm, that's a hot ass mess. All right, y'all. That's it. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.